Your country 1039 KGRT. Rain is indeed a good thing. That's Luke Bryan for you, especially when we live in the desert. So, yeah, I'm enjoying the wet stuff out there.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It's time for our question of the day. And I was going over some stuff this morning, and I saw this. And I'm going like, whoa, kind of cool, but I'm not sure yet. See, Robotaxis, of course, all of the Robotaxis in like San Francisco, Phoenix, LA, the Waymos that are out there, the self-driving taxis, well, guess what? They're spreading. They are expanding their territory. In fact, they will soon be traveling with passengers on the freeways. Yep. And this will basically be in those larger cities like San Francisco Bay Area, Phoenix, LA. The company says it's autonomous vehicles, thanks to AI, of course. Good old arterial, try that one again. Artificial intelligence. Yes. Well, apparently they can now handle high driving, merging, lane changing, and exits. And anybody who's ever been in a passenger seat and has no control over the steering wheel when going through highway speeds and stuff like that, yeah, especially in the cities, man, that can be some scary stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of cool, though, because if these things can get up on the highways and help you travel through all of that stuff, you know, it'd be kind of cool. Get the robo-taxi, you know, tell the robot chauffeur to take me to this place. Take me to grandma's house for Thanksgiving, that type of thing, right? So, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. Hey, if it could take me home for Thanksgiving, that would be awesome since, you know, they won't let me drive one stroke and all of a sudden you can't drive long distances, whatever. Anyway, my question for you today, are you ready for the robo-taxis to drive you to grandma's house for Thanksgiving? You know, get up on the freeway. Well, let me know your answers. You can, of course, call them in, text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And we are live on our social media pages. And, of course, you can leave your comments there as well on our Facebook and YouTube. So let me know your answers for our question of the day. Are you ready for robo-taxis to drive you to grandma's house for Thanksgiving? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, and now we are exclusively up on our social media pages right here. So, yeah, I mean, I have a fascination, I guess you can say, not necessarily a love-hate relationship, but a fascination and trepidation about the self-driving cars. You know, it's one thing if you're behind the wheel and you have a self-driving function because you can always take over and you can handle that. So there's that sense of control that you have there. But in a totally autonomous car, and I've seen people take the taxis, the robo-taxis, the Waymos. I've seen them on YouTube videos where they're driving across town and they take the taxi, and it's like kind of cool that it'll get you there. Maybe not the quickest way to get there because they were avoiding freeways at the time, but now apparently that's going to help out there. But yeah, a little trepidation because sure, it's be kind of cool to get into a self-driving car and it just drives you somewhere, but kind of worried because is it taking the long route? Is somebody not going to see it? Remember, it's not necessarily you on the road that I'm afraid of or the robot taxi. It's kind of like the other people are on the road right there because that lack of control that you're giving up. And I'm not a controlling, okay, maybe a little bit sometimes. Okay, I'm not controlling, but I do like to know what's going on. The idea of giving up all of that control to a robot with AI these days, not quite sure about that one. But what about you? Are you ready for the robo-taxis to drive you to grandma's house for Thanksgiving? Let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT is the number. That's 575-523-5478. Like I said, call them in or text them in. You can also leave your comments down below so that we can go ahead and share our answers with everybody else. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. Cambridge Dictionary has announced that parasocial is their 2025 word of the year. Yes, and no, it's not social media for ghosts or anything like that. No, parasocial, Apparently, it is inspired by Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and describes feeling a connection to a celebrity without actually knowing them. Interesting. Yeah. I used to think they'd call that one a crush, maybe, perhaps. Slight bit of stalking. That's what social media is really good for. Let's see what else. Thanksgiving travel going to be at a record high this year. Over 73 million drivers expected to hit the roads. Once again, if Robotaxi could take me there, I'd almost consider it. Be too much anyway. Let's see. Comedian Nate Barsgate is developing a 100-acre theme park in Nashville. The project is set to bring good, clean, family-friendly entertainment to Middle Tennessee. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't we have Dollywood doing that for us already? Yeah. Let's see. Kevin Costner is in talks to play former President Bill Clinton in a TV series about a mission to East Timor in 1999. Oh, I wonder how many Clinton jokes are going to slip in there. That would be interesting. Let's see. Michael Jordan is donating $10 million to a North Carolina medical center in honor of his mother, Dolores Jordan. The money will support advanced neurological care. That's actually pretty awesome. That's right. Let's see. 7-Eleven has a new Slurpee collaboration with Nerds called Nerds Juicy Gummy Cluster Strawberry Slurpee. Man, they should have gone with the banana. That's the most favorite flavor of Nerds. And Martha Stewart has teamed up with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg to promote a custom mixed drink using their Still Gin beverage brand. Martha's signature cocktail is called Watermelly. It contains gin along with watermelon and lime juice, cucumber bitters, and cane syrup. Dr. Dre and Snoop apparently recently won the Masters Medal of Honors at the 2025 Gin Masters Awards. Interesting. It still blows my mind that you get that Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart collaboration sometimes. And I think I talked about this a little bit earlier today. Heinz introducing leftover gravy for Thanksgiving sandwiches. This is basically leftover gravy in a little squeeze bottle that you can put on there. So interesting. I'm kind of torn about that. Yeah. Oh, and one last thing I just saw. Coffee, good for your heart. Next week, of course, it'll be bad for your heart, but that's just the way the coffee studies go. Got a text message says, absolutely, computers see 360 degrees. We are not even limited to half of that. Computer starts reacting before a human even sees it. That is true. That is true. So, like I said, safety, I'm not car itself. I'm worried about the other people on the road because there is that sense of control that you don't have. But yeah, I like I said, it's not even a love-hate relationship. It's a fascination and then a little bit of trepidation because you are giving up that control when you get into a very large and heavy vehicle, right? Now, if they could get the robot to get your bags out of the trunk, that would be awesome. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day. Are you ready for Robotaxis to drive you to grandma's house for Thanksgiving? Of course, Waymos are expanding their territory. They're spreading, getting out onto the highways of San Francisco, Phoenix, and Los Angeles. So yeah, now you can be on the highway and look to the side and see a car with no driver in it. That's going to be weird. Or really, really cool. Like I said, it could go either way for me. But let me know your answers for our question of the day. Are you ready for Robotaxis to drive you to grandma's house for Thanksgiving? Call them in, text them in, or leave your comments down below for our question by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Los